Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a UFO activity video on alien species. I've talked a lot about UFO abductions, UFO sightings. I did one on the UFO battle in Kentucky. What was it called? I can't remember the name of the place, but it was one of the first ones I did. And this video is a little bit different. I do a series of videos called UFO Legends. One of those videos I did, actually two of them, were about a man named Paul Hellyer. The first one is on Paul Hellyer. The second one, I think, is called... It's not Vindication. It's something. Anyway, it's on him, though, because information came out verifying at least some of what he claimed. So go and check those two out. One of Paul Hellyer's many claims was that there were multiple races of aliens known to the world. I did a little bit of research and I identified up to 36 different alien races, species, that are allegedly visiting our world. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying any of these are real, nor am I saying that the list is complete. We do know that UFOs are real, so someone has to be sending them. Here are some possible contenders. I want to preface this before I get into the list, because I'm listing 4 here, and there's a bunch of them, apparently. But Paul Hellyer wrote a book about this, and he was very, very specific. I went through 100 reports, and these are the 4 main ones that I saw. Okay? Now, again, I only went through 100 reports. So, you have to take that as part of the information. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of reports. Okay, so I took just a small portion. The first of them, the Greys. These are by far the most reported species. They abduct humans and apparently do breeding experiments. The second race I'm talking about are the Reptilians. These are shapeshifters who walk among us. They seek to control our world. Then there's the Nordics. They can pass for humans. They're very beautiful people, male and female. Their motivations are more obfuscated. They seem to be benign, almost helpful, but you never know. And then we have the giant Amazon or Viking types. These may be the inspiration for the ancient Greek, Nordic, Egyptian, or Sumerian gods. I cannot and will not say any of these are real. However, these are what people are reporting, so the sheer number of reports lists these 4 types as the most encountered by human beings. And again, I took 100 reports and I went through and I looked at them. These are the 4 that I saw that were the most prevalent. There were others, but I picked the ones that were the most prevalent. Most encounters with Greys are through abductions, and many of these involve breeding programs where hybrids are created. Check out my video, Hybrids. Other encounters with Greys seem to show these beings watching us for some reason. Jaime Maussan had a documentary on YouTube, and I watched it. He gets photos, people send him photos, and in these photos and videos, it looks like a normal setting, but when you change the lighting in the back, you make it's at night and you amplify the light in the back, you see these Greys watching people. They're off in the distance, off to the side, whatever, hiding in the background, watching people. I saw a picture of a number of Greys running around this guy's backyard at night. I saw one picture of a man. He was standing at a fence, apparently looking at something to the left off camera. And when they increased the lighting, it wasn't maybe 30 feet away in the dark. There was a little gray alien standing there watching him. Now, I don't know if these guys want to help or hurt, or if they're just curious or what. I don't know. But that was freaky. That was damn freaky. They're just watching, I guess. I don't know. It's been reported that reptilians have been on Earth for millennia or even longer. They are shapeshifters who can pose as humans. I don't put a lot of faith in these reports, but if it were true, again, how would we be able to prove it without actually identifying one and getting footage of this creature changing shape? It's hard to find a shapeshifter unless you find him changing shape. However, there have been many reports, especially in wooded and swampy regions, of humanoid reptilian beings being seen by eyewitnesses and attacking people. It's kind of like Bigfoot, but a big lizard. Okay? To me, these would be more likely aliens than shapeshifters posing as humans. Shapeshifters posing as humans to influence and ultimately rule humanity, that would have had to have been a long-running thing, which is what they're claiming, by the way. But I can't see that being able to remain secret for so long with all the video cameras we have now, with all the documentation of everyone and everything all the time, massive intrusions in our privacy. Somebody would have seen something and got it on video, and it would be out. That's my contention. But a reptilian being running around in the woods, kind of like Bigfoot, yeah, I can see that more than the shapeshifters. Most encounters with Nordics seem to revolve around them delivering messages of goodwill and giving warnings of how humans should preserve the earth and not pollute it. They've warned against war, especially nuclear war, and they seem to want to usher in world peace. And that's cool. I got no problem with that. These aliens could walk among us, and the only thing we'd be aware of would be how pretty they are. Oh, it's a beautiful woman. Or, that guy could, I guess he's a model or something. I don't know. That right there by itself makes them, in my opinion, very dangerous, because they could be standing next to you and you wouldn't know it. Luckily, most reports have these beings trying to be helpful and benign, so, The Amazon Viking type seemed to be very rare compared to the other three. They were in the top 4, but they were way, way down on the list as far as the number of reportings. It was, 1, 2, 3, and 4 was way down there. Their motivation is very mysterious, but their description matches the descriptions given for the ancient gods of the Greeks, Vikings, Egyptians, and Sumerians. Could these aliens have visited our ancestors all around the world in ancient times? If so, they may very well be the impetus for the ancient alien theory. These aliens seem to be very warlike, with many factions in their ranks. They fight amongst each other a lot. So, as a primitive people, I can see them, the Earthlings, saying, wait, they're fighting, they're gods, they're fighting. These people helped us, so we're going to worship them. Those people helped us, so we're going to worship them. You see what I'm saying? So, I can see that happening with the primitive people. Regardless, the reasons for these alien visitations are unclear. Their ultimate goals elude us, and the fact that most of them seem obsessed with abducting us for various scientific studies and experimentation is frightening. These 4 are by no means all of the different alien species reported. According to Paul Hellyer, several of these species have treaties with human beings in America and Canada. If that is true, the admission by the U.S. government that UFOs are real is far too little and far too late. If it's true that these species have treaties with humans, especially Americans and Canadians, someone has some explaining to do. That's all I'm saying, because they're abducting people, and that shit ain't right. If anybody has any more information or any comments, please put them down there. We'd be glad to read them. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.
You